Yeah. So let's talk about it, y'all. Look, where I live at, um, let's just put it like this. You see a lot of people honking at me and stuff like that. Those aren't really my neighbors. And I got a few neighbors I can't fucking stand. And they can't stand me either. Now, the other day, while I was out here recording a live, some teenage boys were standing over here in my yard for no good reason, probably trying to record me on their phones. I got them up out of here, and that same day, these two punk-ass teenagers are walking around, one of them with the shotgun in his hand and the other one with a semi-automatic weapon. I don't know what they're trying to do or who they think they're going to intimidate, but I am a warrior who's been to Iraq. And when a warrior that's been to Iraq starts seeing neighbors walking around with machine guns and shotguns to intimidate someone, I'm a real warrior. All you punk-ass people that live around me, you've never seen nothing, never been nowhere. I know you watch my content, so this is for y'all. You've never seen nothing, you've never been nowhere. I've been to Iraq twice. You don't know how many bodies I have. You don't know what I've done over there. So continue to walk around here getting intimidated by me. Walking around with weapons in your hand is only going to get you hurt, get your feelings hurt, because you don't intimidate me. You don't intimidate me walking around with weapons. That's a dumb thing to do when you don't know where my weapons are located at around my home. So I keep seeing these goofy teenagers walking up and down the street with the weapons in their hand. I'm going to start recording these idiots, and I'm going to start making videos. You must really be a punk to feel like you need to feel safe by having weapons in your hands to walk up and down the street. You're a real punk. You're a real loser. Every time I've caught these clowns, I've been in my truck driving off. So, you know what I'm saying? If I'd been outside, I'd have said something to them. I'm going to catch these retards outside one day. And when I catch them, you know, whoever their parents are that's not doing nothing about it, allowing for these punk-ass kids to walk around with shotguns in their hands and stuff. See, to me, that's that good old boy trying to be, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the 70s, or boy, it's 2023. Boy, it's 2023. You couldn't do none of that if you wanted to. You trying to have a show of force? I don't need no weapons in my hands. I don't need no weapons in my hands. So I know you raggedy ass, funky ass neighbors are watching me, right? Whichever ones of y'all walking around with, what is it, a shotgun and a semi-automatic weapon walking up and down the street, don't walk in front of my house with that shit no more. If I catch you walking by my house with those weapons, I'm gonna come outside and we're gonna have a talk. We're gonna have a talk. You ain't got no business. You ain't intimidating nobody. You ain't hurting nobody's feelings. You're gonna mess around and get hurt. You're gonna mess around and get hurt. I don't walk around with weapons because I'm too familiar with weapons. I am a Army veteran, combat arms. I'm not gonna sit here and run around with a gun in my hand or stuffed in my back to feel tough. Only certain kind of men do that kind of stuff. I'm not those kind of men, not of that ethnic group. I stand alone. I walk it alone, and I ain't worried about nobody. So all you, and this is just a disclaimer, I know you guys don't want to hear it, but I have a lot of neighbors that watch me, and I'm gonna tell you what, you're not gonna walk around my house with no semi-automatic weapons thinking that shit's cute after I've already caught you in my yard and told you to scram one time. So before you got the weapons, I tell you to scram out of my yard, then you go get some weapons. You ain't fooling nobody, fool. Don't come in my yard again, and don't walk around my house with no weapons. There's gonna be some smoke in the city. I'll mess around, have a flashback, and it'll be WW3 over here. You understand what I'm saying? And y'all have no combat experience. Do not walk around my home with weapons. I have a 12-year-old son. He don't need to look out the window and see some teenage punk-ass boys, or maybe early 20s, who knows, raggedy-ass nobodies walking around with weapons in their hands because they're scared. I know that tactic. You got to walk around in twos, and you got to walk around in weapons. We know what kind of men do things like that. Not worried about you. And the fact that you feel like you need to walk around in twos and walk around with weapons and things of that nature lets me know my dominance in this area. I ain't got to say nothing. I ain't got to have none of you wannabes talk to me. I can tell my dominance and how much you people are scared of me in this area just by how you act. Makes me know never mind. But I tell you what, walk by my house again with them weapons. Walk by my house again with those weapons. You better be glad, like I said, I was driving by in my truck when I noticed, but today I'm not going anywhere. Walk by my house with those weapons. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. Because I don't get intimidated by dudes. It makes me wanna fight. I've been to war twice. I didn't run the first time after the war, and I was ready for the second one. So walk by my house again with those weapons. Let's get this thing going. You wanna act tough? I'm gonna show you what tough is. Walk by my house with them weapons again, you punk ass bitches. Walk by my house again. Walk by my house. I'm gonna be waiting all day. What I'm not gonna do is allow some, I'm not even gonna say, in this area to be a punk and then wanna still feel tough. No, you're a punk all the way around. You don't walk around with a shotgun in your hand walking up and down the street. What's wrong with you, boy? What's wrong with you, boy? You think my black ass is walking up and down this street with shotguns and semi-automatics, the cops wouldn't stop me and all this kind of other crazy shit, but they're walking up and down the street. See, I know this stuff and I pay attention to it. If they're not gonna stop them from doing it, don't stop me from beating their ass when they walk by my house. Don't stop me from beating their ass when they walk by my house, because I'm always looking to fight. And if somebody wants to start walking around with weapons around my home, you trying to say something. You trying to say something. If you feel like you grown enough to handle those weapons, you can be grown enough to handle these hands. You better hope they're loaded. Don't be walking around with unloaded weapons. I'll beat the shit out of you with your weapon. Don't play with me, man. I don't like seeing guns. I am an Army veteran. I've had to use them on people. I don't like seeing them. And when I see some young punk ass people walking around my home with guns, don't know nothing about nothing, ain't never used nothing, ain't busted a grape, but they want to walk around trying to seem tough, that's a bad idea to a real tough guy. That's a bad idea. You don't know where my weapons are located at, I'll never tell you. But you over here walking around like you Billy Badasses. That's stupid. That's stupid. So, the reason why you're not really seeing me online as much, I got to reestablish who I am in this fucking area. Because I got some real goofy neighbors, man. And they play too much. And they must want to get hurt, right? Because I'm not concerned with being their friend, and I love to fight. I'm doing the best I can to be peace, love, and light. The problem I have, though, is I love to fight. That's the problem I have. That's what I struggle with every day. I love to fight. I do. So when people want to make it or make themselves think that, oh, this guy's a fool and he by himself, I ain't never by myself. My ancestors are always with me, and I am always ready to fight. Why do you think I train every day, all day? I train every day, all day. I am ready for war whenever it steps to my front door. I don't play with these foolish people around me. Anybody I don't like, I don't talk to. And I don't really talk to nobody around here. So anybody trying to press or project onto me or trying to intimidate me gonna get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Best thing to do is when you see me, get out my way, keep it trucking, and get away from me. I don't even care. They know I don't care what they think about me around here. They know. They do everything they can to try to project onto me and show me that they don't like me and you know, get up, go in their house when I come out. I don't give a fuck. Boy, I don't even like you anyway. Get your ass up and go in that fucking house. I got a neighbor right next to me I don't even like at all. He don't like me. Boy, I don't like you. I don't care about you getting up, going in the house every time I come outside, boy. Nobody worried about you. Get a woman or something. Man, I can't stand having no nosy ass neighbor. Every time I step outside, this fool get up, go in the house. This fool get up. Man, go somewhere and watch somebody else. Nobody worried about you. Goofy ass neighbors, man. Goofy. Sitting around watching me too hard. Worried, man, you better go on somewhere. These people, man, listen, y'all be thinking that I just be out here having no, dude, I have this many problems as y'all. I'm in the mountains of North Carolina in the middle of nowhere. You have no idea how much some of these people out here probably want to say N-word this, N-word that, and don't know why I'm out here. It ain't none of their business why I'm out here. And they ain't gonna say shit to me. They know better. But that walking up and down the street with weapons, that's some punk ass shit. See, that reminds me of the old days, right? The slave patrol or the good old boys want to walk up and down the street with weapons, and this ain't the 50s. Boy, you get your ass beat. You get your ass beat. I'm not even playing. Don't walk around my home with a shotgun and a rifle, and I got a 12-year-old son trying to intimidate. You can't intimidate a war veteran with weapons, fool. I will take your weapons from you and beat you with them. I don't know what y'all think y'all playing with, man. You got something to say, you better come out and say it to me. And when I catch you two walking up and down the street today, because I ain't got nowhere to be today. So the last time I caught y'all when I was in my truck driving by. Walk around today with those weapons and watch what happens to you. There's gonna be some smoke in the city. There's gonna be some smoke in the city. You're a bunch of punks. You're not intimidating nobody. This is my warning to all these neighbors around here that have a problem with me. I don't give a shit. Continue to mind your own businesses, right? If I come outside, I'm fine with it. Get your raggedy ass up and walk in the house. I'm fine with it. I don't care. You ain't nobody to me. Get up and do what you got to do. But understand something. You getting up and going in the home when I come outside my house and you living less than 50 feet away from me, or not 50, 100 feet away from me. You know what I'm saying? You pulling up into your yard and I'm waving at everybody that drives by, you don't wave back. It means nothing to me. You are nobody in my reality. So as much as you're trying to project yourself into my reality, looking me up on social media, finding me on Instagram, trying to exchange numbers when I don't want to, I'm not going to allow you into my reality. Dislike me all you want to. You're not in my reality, okay? You know what I'm saying? I had to reject you multiple times. If I wanted to be your friend, I would have already gave you my number. If I wanted to get to know you, I would have already gotten to know you. You're a weirdo. I don't want to get to know you. My intuition is telling me weirdo vibes all the way through with you. I don't want nothing to do with anybody that I believe is a weirdo. So, that being said, I was trying to keep it cordial and just stay away from you. Listen, man. I don't like you and you don't like me, and that's perfectly fine. Okay? Stop trying to be seen. You're a grown-ass man. Whether you get up as soon as I come outside or you get up a minute later, I know you don't like me. Who cares? Just get your raggedy ass up, go in the house, or stay on your porch. It makes no never mind to me. It makes no never mind to me. Stop trying to be seen all the time, dude. You're a grown-ass, old-ass man. Stop trying to be seen. I don't care. The neighbors that I've caught walking by my house when I've been in my truck twice in a 2-day time span, walking around with weapons in your hands. I will record you when I see you. I'm going to record the interaction that we have, and I will post it up online if need be. Do not walk around my home with my 12-year-old child that could look out the window and y'all got a shotgun in your hand and some semi-automatic weapon like you're some kind of thug or something, when really you're just a punk if you need to walk around with weapons in your hand when you walk by my home because you want to feel safe. You're not going to feel safe, period. That weapon's not going to save you from me. Do you understand? So you might want to just keep head and eyes straight to the front when you walk by my home, and don't walk by my house again with weapons in your hands. I am going to approach you. And at that point, you will have to engage with somebody you've never engaged with, probably with an ethnicity that you've never engaged with, because you forced it on yourselves by walking around with semi-automatic weapons and shotguns with a guy that don't want nothing to do with you people. Nothing to do with you people. You're not going to be able to force yourselves on me with your stupid ass attitudes and acting like your opinion of me matter. You're a nobody in the middle of the mountains. Who cares? You know damn well I'm not going to be living here forever. This is a temporary stop for me. You know what I'm saying? While you guys will be living here for the rest of your lives. It doesn't make no difference. Stop playing around with me. My home is my sanctuary, and I'm really big about that. See, one thing is the internet. It's one thing to deal with the internet, because you guys, I'll get on this internet and say anything, man, which is part of what I'm going to get to in a little bit. I will get on this thing and say anything. I don't care. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what not to say on the internet. You know what I'm saying? But in real life, I want my sanctuary. Don't walk around my home with weapons in your hands. Don't think that getting up and going in your home or showing me attitude, you're a dude, man. I don't care about dudes. I ain't worried about your feelings, dude. What's wrong with you? Emotional ass dudes, man. This is what the women be talking about sometimes. Like, this is how some of these guys are. They're super emotional. You are a man. You are a male. Other males don't give a shit about what you got going on. Other males don't care to be your friend. Okay? What are you doing going around looking for friends and you're a man? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just putting this little warning out. I'm gonna get on here and drop another video soon. I don't even want to mix the two up. But don't be walking around my house with weapons in your hands. Don't walk around my house with weapons in your hands, man. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to end up beating somebody's ass. I'm not playing. Don't walk by my house with guns in you. This ain't the 1950s, the 20s, or the 30s. I will definitely say something to you and record it and hope that you try to do something. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, not even going to lie to you. Man, for my ancestors and for now. Don't do that stupid shit. Don't play with me like that. I know what your people like to do whenever they want to intimidate somebody, but they ain't got the guts enough to say it. Come on now, you know better. You know better. There is no intimidation tactic with a man that don't fear nothing. You might want to be careful, because as much as you want to let the smooth taste fool you, I'm a whole beast. I'm a whole beast, man. I'm a whole beast. When I get these hands on you, you think that you know what I'm saying, can street fight. I don't street fight, fool. I am trained. I am trained. You will be getting your butt beat by somebody on the, like, you're gonna feel like on the level of an MMA star. I am trained. That's why I don't go around starting fights. It's not gonna be a fair fight. I am trained. So y'all really need to back off. I don't care what I dress like. I don't care if you hear me talking online and you think that I'm soft or whatever. Bring your raggedy ass over here in front of my yard or around my yard again with weapons, and you're gonna see how real these dog tags are. Do you understand, boy? You understand? So I know you raggedy ass neighbors watch me, right? Do you understand, boy? All right, good. What you're not gonna do is intimidate my 12-year-old son. What you're not gonna do is play around with me. There's plenty of other areas to walk and get where you gotta go to, and there's nowhere needed in this town to walk around with a shotgun in your hand and a semi-automatic weapon, and there's no cops around to say nothing to these Caucasian males doing this stupid stuff. Keep doing that stuff, and I'm gonna walk around with a semi-automatic weapon with a belt of ammo around my doggone, around my waist. And if I end up getting the cops talking to me, you best believe I'm gonna blow up this spot. Like, I'm gonna show the video of these males walking around with their weapons and no one doing nothing about it. No one saying nothing, like it's a good old boy town and you can just walk around with a shotgun on your shoulder. You know what I mean? I wish you would. Bring your raggedy ass by my house today. I ain't going nowhere today. All grocery shopping was done yesterday. I'm gonna be out. I can guarantee you, with me being outside in my yard with my shirt off, I will not see nobody today with any weapons in their hands walk by my house. I can guarantee you. Boys and men like that, they ain't really about that life with a guy like me, if you know what I'm saying. Not when I'm about it. Nah. So I'm wanting to see it. Bring your raggedy asses by my house with those weapons on your shoulders today. You're gonna show me. You're gonna show me. You understand? I'm done. I'm done playing with y'all, man. I'm out here minding my own business. Y'all walking around with weapons on your shoulders, standing in my yard. The reason why they got them weapons, I'm telling y'all, man, I don't know who they think that they are, but they were standing in my yard, either recording me on my live or whatever. And if you go back to my live from the other day or whatever, I called them out. And they walked off slow or whatever, you know. Then guess what? Later on that day, I see the same two goof troops with semi-automatic weapons on their shoulders. I wonder why that is. Maybe the big black man that told him to get out of his yard scared him a little bit, and they ran to what they do best, you know, grouping up and getting weapons. Hey, listen, I don't need to group up. I don't need to get weapons. It only takes one. It only takes one. Do you understand? It only takes one. That's why historically, the one is always ganged up on. You know what I'm saying? It only takes one. So go ahead, walk around here acting like you have no sense. But this one might start acting like he don't have no sense. And guess what? All hell gonna break loose when I do it. All hell gonna break loose when I do it. Best believe that. Stay in your place, boy. Watch yourself, boy. Go sit down somewhere, boy. You understand? You understand? There's a grown-ass man over here, and I'm not gonna have any mercy on you walking around my home knowing I'm a combat veteran. You see the dog tags, they don't even need to be combat. And when you have weapons in your hand, making me feel like I might be back in Iraq, that ain't a good idea. Ain't a good idea. Chill out. Take a break. Stop playing with me. You can't stop me from being loud and talking my stuff. And I hope that you walk by my house today with those weapons so I can go ahead and make an example out of your raggedy asses. So the rest of these neighbors know, yeah, that black guy over there might seem like he's out of it, but he's very much so tapped in and sees what's going on around him. We might want to leave him alone because we don't know where he has his weapons at his house. We have no idea. He doesn't gloat about his weapons. He doesn't show his weapons, even though we know he has to be trained on weapons because he's a military guy. Yeah, fool, I ain't gonna show y'all nothing. I like to move in silence. So that way, whenever it goes down, you'll never see it coming. So continue to think I'm out here just la 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 la. I am in my own little world. I am, but I'm always observing this 3D trash around me. I'm always observing it. And I have no problem with conquering and destroying anybody in the 3D that wants to act like they think that I'm not paying attention to things. Fool, I watch y'all more than you watch me. I don't work for nobody. I know who comes in here, when they leave out, what times and everything. So continue to think I'm a fool, okay? A lot of times you gotta play the fool to catch the fool. You understand what I'm saying to you? I have no need to act smart for y'all. You're a bunch of idiots. I'm not gonna act smart for you. As a matter of fact, I want you to feel like I'm dumb. As a matter of fact, I want you to give in to all those tropes, those racial tropes and stereotypes, and hope that's me. So when you go ahead and do something stupid, I can show you better than I can tell you. That's what I'm gonna do, okay? Keep playing around with it. You're gonna learn the hard way, you're gonna learn today. Peace, love, and light. I'll be back on here later. I know you guys probably didn't want to see that or hear that, but I got some neighbors around here that gotta be reminded of who I am and what I like to do. And I love the fight. I love the fight, man. I gotta get up and pray in the AM to be, God, give me the strength not to crush my enemies every day. That's why I'll be praying. God, give me the strength not to go around crushing my enemies and people I don't like, making them feel like they wish their mother would have swallowed. Give me the strength to deal with them without making them feel like they're below me and feel like, give me the strength to, you know what I'm saying, to be understanding. That's what I pray for. That's what I pray for, because I'm telling you, I'm a warmonger, man. I went to war twice. I love it. I do. I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fighter. I like to fight. I really do. So don't give me a reason to fight, please. Leave me out here in my peace and my serenity, because once I get started fighting, I don't know how to turn it off, y'all. Y'all see me online. Once I get started, I don't know how to turn it off. I'll go around here wanting to fight every single one of these neighbors, man. I will find a reason to get one to want to fight. I will start a reason. I'm trying to tell you, don't get me started out here. Don't do it to yourselves. Don't come over here trying to be nosy. Don't come over here trying to intimidate me. Don't come over here doing anything. Keep it trucking, or you're going to learn the hard way. You understand what I'm saying to you? Does it look like I care what anybody thinks about me? No, I don't. Does it look like I care about having friends? Nah, I don't. And do it look like I'm the kind of punk that takes a bunch of shit? Nah, I ain't that dude. Get y'all raggedy asses on somewhere, right? Don't copy me, mimic me, impersonate me, or think you're gonna do something to me. I notice everything. I'm not your friend. I'm your neighbor. I'm not your friend. I'm your neighbor. I don't give a shit about any of y'all, okay? I'm just gonna be honest. Stay out of my way. Mind your business that pays you. And stay out of mine. Last I checked, I don't pay y'all shit. I don't even pay you no mind and no attention. So from now on, keep it trucking or get hurt. Get your feelings hurt or whatever. I don't care. That'll be all.